Okay, would you believe me if I told you that there's a way to double your engagement in Instagram stories? Probably not, but it's true. And today I'm going to share 5 hacks that you can implement right now to get your story views up and your followers actually engaging with your account. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie, CEO and co-founder of BOSSBABE. So if you are new here, this channel is all about supporting ambitious women. I share all of the no BS, straight to the point strategies on building a personal brand, growing on social media, and starting an online business. If you're into that, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to the channel and join our amazing growing community. All right, so let's chat Instagram stories. Before I dive into the hacks, it is really important to understand how the Instagram algorithm works. Instagram is tracking the interactions on your account. On the feed, it tracks likes, shares, saves, and the comments. However, when it comes to stories, it's tracking different things. It's tracking watch time and whether viewers are actually clicking through and interacting with your stories. The more interactions and time people spend on your stories, the further your story button gets moved forward on the stories bar at the top of the app. So in order to boost your interactions and push your stories to the front of the line, I've got 5 hacks that you can implement, which will make a big difference to how many people are going to actually see the content that you're spending time creating. So the first one is to use polls. This is the simplest way to get people to actually click on your story and create interaction. I use polls all the time on my stories, and you can use them in the most simple ways. For example, if you're sharing your morning coffee, instead of just creating a boomerang or a photo, you could actually add a poll asking, do people prefer coffee or tea, right? So simple. And to use polls, you just swipe up and click on the polls function. Then you can add it to your story, type in the question, and leave it there for people to engage with. And it's such an easy way of getting people to actually take that first step. My next hack is actually similar to polls, and it's to use the questions feature. Questions are another way to create those really important interactions on your stories. One of the best ways to use the feature is to really think about what kind of topics your followers want to learn or know from you. For me, I'll set up a questions box and I'll just ask my audience what questions they have about social media or online business or personal brands. But maybe you're a personal trainer. You could use the question box in the same way, but you could prompt your followers to, ask different topics on training or nutrition or things that they want you to fact check. Another great part about using questions is it allows you to create more stories, because to answer the questions, you've got to create a story for every question you choose to answer. To set this up, you'll just need to take or upload a photo, then swipe up, add the question box, and once you add that box, you can see people's responses in your stories panel. Then you could just click into the questions that you want to answer and post that. So if you want to answer in text or you want to do a face to camera, however you want to do it, you do a new story for every response. I find that whenever I do this, my story views go up significantly, if not double, which is such a good hack. My next hack that really helps boost your interactions and engagement is the quiz feature. This is a really fun way to grab your followers' attention and get them to click through your stories. You can set up a quiz that's related to your niche, or just use this feature as a really fun way to share more about yourself with your audience that people have to guess, is this true or false? So to set this up, it's just really similar to polls and questions, and you'll need to take or upload a photo, whatever the background's going to be. Then you swipe up, click on the quiz feature, and add your questions and options. You can also add more options by clicking on the add option, and you can choose the right answer by wherever it says green, click on the letter and it'll make it the right answer for you. I think this is such a fun way to get to know people and get your audience to build a stronger relationship with you. All right, so we talked about different ways to create more interactions on your stories, but now let's talk about one of the best ways to get your story to the front of the line on the stories feed. And I'm talking about Instagram Live. So when you create an Instagram Live, your story shows up at the very beginning of the feed in front of all of the other stories. Not to mention, the Instagram algorithm actually favors accounts that use all of the features that they've worked really hard to build on the platform, and Instagram Live is actually one of them. And listen, I know that for a lot of people, including myself, honestly, doing a live can be really intimidating, but I promise you, the more that you do it, the better you're going to get at it and the more comfortable you're going to get. Even if you only have a few people watching in real time, it's just you and your grandma on there, your live is going to stay on your Instagram stories for 24 hours and people can go watch it after the fact. And like we said, that pushes your stories to the front and foremost. Now, my last tip is to post daily. When you post daily, which I've talked about all the time, you show up more on your followers' account and are really top of mind. The more you show up on your followers' story feed and the more they click your stories, the algorithm is going to push your stories to the the front of the line for all of your followers, meaning you're going to get a lot more visibility, you're going to get a lot more views and engagement in a consistent way. Those are my really quick 5 hacks to double your engagement in Instagram stories. If things have been dropping for you and you want to get it up because you've got a launch or something like that, this is a really good way to do it. So if you like this video, it would mean the world if you just take the time to like the video and then leave in the comment below. And speaking of algorithms, when it comes to YouTube, likes and comments help show this video to new audiences. So any support there you can give would be amazing. And finally, if you want to learn more about Instagram tips and tricks, you can actually watch the playlist at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.